journey of life, it is so important to plan for all stages of your life and your loved ones' lives. What happens when, it's not safe for your parents to drive, or they need extra care, or when your husband needs long-term care? Here to help us answer these questions and more is Mr. Gregory Steen. He is the founder and CEO of Senior Care Advocates. Hello, thanks for being here again.
Hello, thank you.
I always like this. Sometimes it's really good to sort of drive home a point, and you get reminded of things so many times that you are forced into action, and that's what we're forcing people to do, to make a plan.
There you go.
So we're talking about certain kinds of benefits that we can get through Senior Care Advocates, and what are those?
So the VA benefits are available to active duty and past active duty veterans. Problem is, a lot of them just aren't aware of it,
Right.
And but there's great benefits. So one in particular that nobody seems to know about is called aid and attendance, and it pays for in-home care, assisted living, skilled nursing. It provides lots of opportunities. People just don't know about it.
I didn't know about that either. My boyfriend was in the Army for almost 15 years, and I had he's not quite that age yet, but I had no idea. So how can we get this word out there to see if people qualify for this sort of benefit? And are there certain stipulations within the VA where you might qualify for something but not for something else?
Well, that's a loaded question. So absolutely yes, but there's service connected and there's non-service connected.
Okay.
So we have a real simple, like a cheat sheet, if you will, that will help people know if they qualify or not. You can call us. We can email that to you, give it to you at no cost. But mainly you need to be active duty during a period of conflict. So if you were serving during Vietnam, you don't have to actually have been in Vietnam, but during that period. And then as far as getting the word out, I think this is, thank you to you for making the time for us to do it, but we're doing all that we can to get the word out on new websites and different events that we're doing, and trying to help people understand, because, these people have served our country. They're willing to give their life. We owe them a huge debt of gratitude, and so we're doing all that we can.
And sometimes the VA is a difficult thing to navigate. And I've talked to many people who have used it, and some really like it, and it serves them well. And other times it does not serve their purpose, because it is a difficult thing to navigate. So how do people apply for these benefits and make sure that they are actually receiving things that they have earned?
So there's about 3 different ways. One is you can do it yourself, and we generally don't ever advise that. Second, you can go to a local veteran service office. These are well-meaning people. They're trained, but they're so overwhelmed, it's really, really difficult to get through. The third is you can have somebody who's VA accredited help you and guide you. It seems to be a lot quicker, more efficient. The stress is on them, not you. But I wanted to share something real quick just to kind of highlight what's going on. This is a news release from 2006, so just a few days ago. And this is the VA basically putting out a press release saying, hey, there's this great benefit, it's underused, and we're going to tell all the veterans about it. So whenever I speak, I always ask people, how many of you got the memo? And everybody, of course, laughs and like, yeah, we never did. So the VA isn't really great at getting the word out. They are great at other things. I'm glad that we have them. But
now, you talked about a Vietnam vet, and they might be in a situation where maybe they've got somebody who's managing their care or their health care for them. Can we have family members tap into these resources for that veteran?
Absolutely. So the VA does have a program called a fiduciary that does exactly what you said, but the benefit is tax-free income, and it's meant to help you get the best care that you need. So if it's paying a family member, paying for their health services or equipment or whatever, it's there, and the family has the ability to do everything they can for the benefit of the vet. So
how did Senior Care Advocates come to be sort of an expert with VA benefits?
Boy, just through a lot of us doing this for our clients and going through trial and error and challenges and obstacles and learning best practices. Like anything else, you do it long enough, you learn how to kind of, move quickly through things. But we also took some time, took 18 months several years ago, and did our due diligence with an attorney and a CPA, VA accredited paralegal, and sat down and said, how can we help people? Because this is taking years in some cases. People are dying in the process. And so we learned, you know, what the rules were, the regulations, and tried to put together something where people could have the help now.
Yeah. Well, it's clearly a need. If people are calling you asking for help, they don't know where else to turn, because sometimes that is the case. If people do have a need, they have a need for some senior care, they're in crises, how can they get in touch with senior care advocates?
So on the web, we're seniorcareadvocate.com. Our local number is 559-227-7322. We'll be at People's Church on the 13th at 10 a.m. It's an open platform for people to get all this information. But look us up. We're there.
Okay. Gregory Steen, thank you so much for being here. Always great information. Tap into the things that you have earned. We like that here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everybody else.